Yeah. Keeping everybody company?
Well, it's just my face. I realized I muted it because I didn't have the microphone. So.
Are we good? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live at Homes Around the Village's YouTube channel. Ira Miller, your host tonight. A little bit, where are we? Fuji. No more of that other stuff, whatever it was. What was I drinking, Christian? Okay. Wait, you're not Ira? Yeah, Christian was just keeping the seat warm. Welcome, everybody. And Becky number uno, as I went ahead and commented to her, thank you for joining us this evening and being number one. Whoops, look at that, the American flag. We've got to be proud of kind of what's going on. Hopefully y'all are on board with that. I don't want to make any enemies, but like I said, wish I had my wallet. I'd show you my voter's card. I'm an independent voter, right? Of course I would be independent. I go either way, you know. I got to be careful what I say about that. But I just look and try to rationalize and use common sense. Bye, Christian. Marion and Gary. I like my office. How's the sound? Okay, so y'all were just raving about how well everything looked and how well you could hear. Well, I'm using the same microphone, right, as I used at my house. So just making sure y'all can hear. Trying to make it look halfway decent, you know. So anyways, I guess that doesn't look good. Try the other side. Yeah. There we go. How's that? All right, so Becky, let's see. Becky's having a beer. God bless you, Mickey. Becky. Sounds like I've had more than a beer, right? So let's go ahead and go right to our chats. Hold on, I gotta check one thing first. Wait a minute. Hold up. That's not fake. Don't tell me that. There's no way. I'll save that for later. All right, how y'all like my hat? Gator Nationals. Limited edition. When was this? Whoa, man. 2013. So the races are coming to Gainesville, right? We got my little gator over here, in case you didn't pick that up. I love this hat. I always get hats, man. I got my Daytona hats. I have my 50th anniversary Daytona hat. So I like to try to wear stuff that is coming up. Don't have my bike week. I've got my Rolex hat. Got my Sebring hat. I think Sebring's coming up pretty soon too. I gotta check on that. My little, what am I gonna do here? Y'all can probably see this. This was my Mexico trip over here with the family. So Indy, Justin, Penn, Louise, Fatima, Miss Jamie Miller. Everybody knows Jamie. She might even be on tonight. Joey, Patty, me. So, man, that was awesome. I'm going to make it back there before I die. I swear. All right, so thank you, Becky. She is toasting for the live stream. So y'all can hear me well, you can see me well, everything looks good. Christian wanted to do this back at my house again tonight, and I'm like, no. Patty doesn't like it too much when I'm doing it from my office. One time, maybe 2 times a year, but you all got to see the dogs. So one time, what I am going to, I guess what oh no, she won't let me do that. I feel like I'm Skip Smith. I was going to go ahead and live stream us from my phone, and then I could take you around and show you the house and show you what I've done, because I'm proud of my house. The way I designed it, I picked out the cabinets, I did all the stretches. The one thing I wish I would have done, and I didn't, well, 2 things I wish I would have done for my house. Number 1, I was going to put a bonus room up in the ceiling. Well, at the last minute, I think it was probably, I can't remember. It's probably too much. I spent too damn much money on the house anyways to start with. I've been there for 20 years. So if I didn't put the bonus, I should have put big cathedral, high vaulted ceilings. I didn't do that either. So anyways, I settled for tray ceilings. Now I need to get a trim carpenter up there and frame it out or trim it out with crown molding, and then put that incandescent lighting back in there. And I'm going to put some of that lighting that you can change the colors on. That would be cool, huh? Let's go to our chat room, see what's happening over there. I'm actually chatting off the cuff with Racer Girl. All right, so here we go. So she sent me this morning. What do you think of that? That's Racer Girl with guess who? Mr. Iceman himself. She says that's fake. I don't know. That don't look fake to me. He's got a grip on old Racer Girl though. So, but that's her bike, because I've seen her bike and that's her. But I don't know. I guess AI, you can do anything. I don't know. I just don't believe that. Well, she goes, show it. So I showed it. So I wonder if she sent it to Skip, because I hope not. If you didn't send it to Skip, if he shows up tonight, I'm going to show him that picture. All right, so Becky numero uno, let's start getting through here. I don't want to get too far behind on the on my chats, because I end up about a half hour behind. And anyways, all right, so Racer Girl is in the house. Kitty Kayaks, hello. I like that, Kitty Kayaks. And then Becky's having a beer. So say a prayer for our military heroes. Well, and Racer Girl has one of our military heroes in the house. So So that's good. I'm really surprised that they're letting him come home. Because I figured it'd be all hands on deck with what's going on there in Iran. So, Christian. Yes, and also I'd like to meet him. So, Racer Girl, when he gets here, because hold up, I didn't quite get all Saturday. All right. So I like to get together. That'd be cool with one of our heroes, our military heroes for sure. Okay, so let's get together. Let's go out to eat or something. That'd be cool. I'd love to do that. Let's see. I cracked it open just to toast you. Isn't that nice, Becky? You're a sweetheart. How's the weather out there in Montana? Has it gotten any better? So, got my countdown timer running on my computer at work. I'm sure your boss likes to see that. Gary, what's that clock on your computer doing there, buddy? That's my countdown till I'm out of here, boss man. And I'm in the villages. So that's great. That's great. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to Monday Night Live. And pardon me while I'm, wait a minute. One day. Ooh. Dang. Okay. Oh yeah, man. Because I was gonna go to Boosters. I can never get to Boosters. Boosters is so far away from. I just got way too much going on between the renovation. I've got my golf cart garage going on. The block went up today, so got my framer in place. And I was looking online over here on my in my emails, so I got all my materials all going on. So hopefully, I have a customer who wants to buy a home on 3.86 acres, beautiful home, and he wants to put a garage on it. So I told him, I could build you a garage warehouse, a garage workshop / man cave. I could make him an awesome detached, whatever you want to call it, garage workshop, and put a man cave in there at the same time. Maybe even do something up in an attic or something. But so that would be for Brian. Hopefully Brian gets back with me. All right, so let's see. We got Tammy. Just watching Jace play. Oh, so that's where I was. Yes. Well, wait a minute. Let me back up here. But yeah. Well, my big girl, she'll miss you, but not the little girl. She's just Miss Unsociable and a real pain in the neck with all that barking going on. So let's see. Let me go back here. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything because I'm trying to figure it out. Kyle, thank you for joining us this evening. And then Racer Girl, oh, okay. She goes, oh, yay, you're joining me. Is that a cocktail you got there? No, glass of waters. Me and Racer Girl, right? So dang, Tammy lives out there, so by Boosters, so she can run over there. So once again, I missed going out there to seeing Jace. I thought he was playing Cody's for some reason, but he actually stayed. Usually he leaves on a Sunday, and he's home by now. But Boosters asked him to play Monday night, so the loyal guy that he is, he went and played Boosters, and then he'll probably take off either tonight or tomorrow to go home. So I'm jealous. I wanted to get over there today before he left. It's a glass of water. All right. Oh, cheers anyways. 50 degrees and sunny in Montana. That's cool. That's great, man. That's great weather. It's March. I would think that it would be colder than that. To me, it's got to be still the winter up there. So 50 degrees has got to be great. So Timmy's going to rub it in. 82 degrees here in Florida in the Villages. So, but I kind of wish I was where you are, Becky. We went to Eastport to watch Bobby Blackman, and then, oh my gosh, Bobby Blackman is still around? Girl, man, I saw Bobby Blackman at the Lake Ridge Winery, all right? So, let me think. Where am I going to go? Am I going to go over here? I got to check this out. Hold up. Okay. Nope. Lake Ridge Winery. I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened to my screen here. No. All right. What do we got? Oh, duh. Hello. Man, what is going on? Here. Bingo. Now. Wait a minute. Let me go here. No. Where is it? I done messed around, I think. And, oh, there we go. Me and Blakely and Joanna. Here we go. Oh, finally. Good golly. Let's see. All right, now what? Oh, yeah. Lake Ridge Winery. You guys need to check that out. Tammy, you might want, if you don't know about Lake Ridge, Winery, here it is. Bobby Blackman, weekends at the winery. This is it's very close in Claremont. So that's a great place to go. I'll give them a free plug. What weekends? Bobby Blackman, is he playing? Live entertainment. Oh, here we go. There he is, beautiful Bobby Blackman, March 22nd. So that dude, he was an old dude when I saw him at Lake Ridge. Okay, I mean, Jamie was probably about, because you can go and you can squash grapes in you can squash grapes in over there with your feet, get in a barrel And when Jamie was a little girl, so dang man, that was probably at least, she's probably about 8 years old, I guess. So Bobby Blackman's still kicking. That's good to know. There he is. Beautiful Bobby is an excellent entertainer. That dude was old when I saw him. So, oh my gosh. So that's a little. So thanks for sharing, Becky. I mean Tammy. That was cool. Beautiful Bobby Black. We forgot the beautiful Bobby Blackman. Okay, you got to add beautiful in there if you're going to talk about Bobby Blackman. Kind of the current renovation happening. Let's see. Let me think. Well, funny you should ask, because in my photos, let's see. I was out today. I was changing batteries in a smoke detector. I was out spreading fertilizer at one of my listings. I was out checking out one of my customers' new houses going up, and that's in Stone Creek. So let me see if I can find. Oh man, I was at I don't know if you could hear this or not. I was at Sawgrass Grove. Wow. Oh, in my inaugural little trip to Eastport. That was the first time I've been to Eastport. I think that was on Friday. Check this out. Check. You guys, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. So, all right, check this out. This is, hopefully you can hear this. This band was remarkable. And then maybe somebody can tell me who this band is. Tammy, I met Lance Montgomery over there, one of my customers. Racer Girl, you might be able to tell me. All right, here we are at Sawgrass Grove, okay? And they've got an excellent band going on here. Check this out. Look at all the people. Guys, that place was packed. I couldn't find a parking spot over there. I went around the whole, even over there in Ezel Rec Center, no parking anywhere. I had to just make my own parking spot. So check this out. I'm over here. Let me go back one here. So I'm over there in Eastport, right? Johnny Wild and Brownwood. Movie night at Eastport. Okay. Well, so there's literally hardly anybody at Eastport. It was movie night. They were showing Top Gun. So once I'll get this video up and running, showing my first inaugural visit to Eastport, and Top Gun was playing on the movie theater, which was pretty cool. But that sounds awesome. I mean, amazing sound underneath that little. I don't know, they don't have a gazebo there, whatever that was, but that was cool. Anyways, so yeah, I had a good time on Friday, but I was left Eastport, driving by, went down towards Megason. I went over Bexley Bridge, went on to Megason, and I look over to Sawgrass Grove, and I'm like, what? What are all those people doing? There was a place you could see it from Megason, right behind the train car. If anybody knows about that, I'm like, wait, and I kept going, and I'm like, no, I got to turn around. I turned around at the St. Catherine's roundabout, went back, went over and I tried to find a parking spot. No parking anywhere. It was crazy. I'm like, something's really got to be going on here. There's nobody at Eastport, but over here at Sawgrass Grove, and I could see why. That band, man, they were playing Rush, and the guy playing the keyboard sounded exactly like Geddy Lee. Sounded just like him. And then they're playing REO Speedwagon. Me, just learning how to play the guitar. I was really into that. That was awesome. Anyways, I digress. Somebody asked about any construction projects. So the block went up today, and we had here a ribbon cutting ceremony at Crestwind. Let's see, that's from an inspection that was going on. This was, oh man, I wish I could show you. I don't have any more. We're trying to get a range hood built for this home. Let me see what I got going on. Chopping trees. I mean, I'm busy, guys. I'm busy. These are all my awards from the villages. Let's see, where is my golf cart garage? Where is it? Where is it? Do I not have it? Oh, you know what? I might not have it. Because I don't think I took any pictures on my phone. Oh yeah, this is the golf cart garage edition. Here we are. All right, there we go. We're pumping it all. Did call for pea gravel, so that's good. Man, that was loud. That between the concrete truck and the pumper, that was super loud. And I don't know if you noticed, we did a circular drive as well as the golf cart garage and the apron leading up to the golf cart garage. So I guess I don't have anything. I'll have to bring it to you next week. But the block went up today, so I'm happy. So we just have to get electrical in there. Then we can pour the lintel, and then we can get them trusses rocking and rolling. So there you go. Let me, speaking of, let's see. Okay. Just checking my text messages there. All right. I digress. You had to ask me about my newest. You know what? Let me just go through one quick thing, and I'm going to show you. Let me show you if I can find a picture of my. This is the rocket I showed you the other week. I'm looking for. Oh, this is. This is the home I was hoping to show you. The whole thing, man. It's beautiful. Let's see. That's a bathroom I'm gonna do. This is when I'm kind of letting y'all into my little, into my life here with all these pictures, right? Here you go. Well, I don't know if I could flip this around. Dang it. Maybe. Let's see. They actually need to yes. Drive out. Yeah. They actually need to yes. Drive out. Yeah. They actually need to. Here we go. This kitchen's gorgeous. I don't have the backsplash on there yet. Well, I don't have time to mess around with this, but this home here's a good picture here. Well, must be my internet. I don't have time to fool with that. Yeah. I don't even know how to flip this around either. But I'm gonna quit messing around, because if I don't, I'm gonna get way behind on my chats like I do every single night, and we got to get back to the chat room. So, anyways, there we go. So, let's see. Let me catch up with the chats. All right, so yeah, Tammy got me thrown off on that one. And then got new videos, current renovations, pictures of your golf cart garage project. Dang it. Well, so Peter, there's just a little, that's that's a couple weeks ago that I just showed you pouring the concrete. We had some really bad weather, and we're not pouring concrete in weather under 40 degrees here. So I'm very particular about rain, cold weather. I got to make sure that concrete is straight up. So I'll get you some up-to-date pictures for next week, okay? Let me write that down. If I don't write it down, so pictures of golf cart garage for next week. Okay. Yep. So I got that rocking and rolling. Happy to get the block up today. All right. So can you tell us about the services you offer on new builds in Stone Creek and why your clients bought in Stone Creek over the Villages? Oh, wait a minute. Dad.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh man, I was showing pictures of you and Racer Girl running on the back of her bike, and
No, let's get this correct right now. I do not ride motorcycles, bitch. That's what they call that.
that is what they call it.
You know that's what they call it.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious, man. I thought that was great.
I don't know who made that. I don't know if Brad made that or somebody else made that, but whoever made it, they did a really good job.
Oh, yes, they did. Well, guess, I mean, so you're calling to set the record straight. Is that what you're doing?
I called because somebody sent me a message a while ago and said, hey, Ira's talking about you.
I'm not just talking about you. I'm showing pictures of you.
That is not a picture of me.
That's not a picture of you, right?
No, it's a made up picture. I think it's like what they call an AI thing.
Man, that's what Racer Girl said. I'm like, no, there's no way. But
Well, first of all, Racer Girl, I went over there when I moved in, and I was looking at her bike. It's a nice bike, by the way.
yes, beautiful.
It really, if I remember, I don't have a seat for a passenger to start with. And then the second thing is, she told me that nobody's allowed to ride her bike but her.
Well, Greg her husband can attest to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like riding motorcycles, and I hated to sell the one I had to come down here, but I got to tell you, in the wintertime especially, are you on the air?
I am on the air.
Oh, I got to wash my mouth then.
Well, I don't know about all that. I mean, everybody knows who you are.
So they expect me to have a potty mouth?
They accept you the way you are, Skip.
That's your true fans right there. When they accept you the way you are, no matter what you wear, no matter what you say, they like you anyway.
They still love you. That's right. That's right. So
well, anyway, here's why I called. I haven't seen you or what the hell's his name?
Jace.
The guy, who?
Jace.
Yeah. What the hell's going on? Where's everybody at?
Well, so I know when Tammy was here, she said she was going to go visit you for me, and so I know she went over. I mean, not Tammy, Becky, and she said she would go ahead and fill in for me. So I said, "Oh, okay, Becky, that's cool." So I know she went over there, and so yeah, we got to make it over there.
So what the hell does Becky coming over here have to do with me and you and Sue and your wife get together, go where Jace is playing, and drink a couple of beers?
I would love that.
Well, yeah, I haven't went out. We ain't went out for what, 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and I was going to try to make it out to Boosters because Jace was out there today, but he's leaving for Maryland for a couple of weeks, and then he'll be back.
Okay.
So I always do a segment on Jace's schedule. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to that, and then when we get to a place where I think would be a great, he loves Cody's, I like Cody's. Maybe we can get together over there outside and get us a little table and get set up there. I haven't been to Boosters, so I don't even know how that works over there. But
I went to Boosters once when they were open. I'll just tell you, it's a nice country club. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's kind of out of the way, but it's no big deal. And I thought the food was fair. I had a burger and fry, by the way, so I don't know how you rate that.
Yeah.
The prices were at that time I thought was a bit much for what they were. But, it was under the developer's control at that time. I don't know if it still is.
Oh, no, I think, that company has the initials.
FMK.
Yeah, FMK took it over.
Hey, isn't there a law about monopolies?
You know, I mean, they're just scooping them all up, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
And my problem is not the food or the restaurants or how they do it. They do a good job. But my problem is when one company takes over 90% of the restaurants, he can control the prices in here.
Exactly. That's right.
You know, I worked real hard to get rid of the CEO. I got him gone. Don't push me to get them out of here, too.
Well, you know what I got to say about that? That's the village's way, Skip.
You know, you're starting to sound like Jose now, because every time he screws up and it irritates me, he'll look at me and go, "That's the Puerto Rican way."
It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, man, I just wanted to call to find out what was going on, and let me know when you want to get together and have a beer somewhere, because, you know, we went down. I even put it on Discord. You're on there. You didn't see it, I suppose, but we had 2 weeks ago when Sue and them was on a cruise somewhere, because I didn't go. I said, why don't us guys get together, men only, no women to get in the way. We'll go down someplace and have a beer and some chicken wings or something. So a bunch of guys showed up down there at Brownwood at the sports bar. What's hell's it? Gators Dockside.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Good chicken wings down there.
So you got to do what Racer Girl does. She'll text me. She'll go, "Hey, they're talking about you on Discord." "Oh, okay. Let me get on Discord." So that's how that works.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be too many social medias. It really is. I've got friends that does a lot of that, and they're saying, "Are you on Instagram? Are you on TikTok? Are you on this?" Well, you got to be on all of them. I said, you know what? Screw that.
No.
I'm on YouTube, and I got a couple of places I go. That's it. Well, we're on Facebook. I don't do Facebook. I don't like Zuckerberg. I think he's a communist. I ain't doing Facebook.
Yeah, well, I'm a YouTube guy myself, obviously. So
yeah, me too. That's enough for me, and keeps me busy enough. So, hey, anyway, let me know when you want to go out and have a beer and a burger, or a beer and some ribs, or chicken wings, or whatever, and we'll go.
Let me look at get on Jace's website, and we will make sure that he gets us a table right up front there near him. And
He lies.
well, you know, there was that one little issue at World of Beer, but we'll forget about that one.
Okay, all right, I forgot it. All right, man, be good, be careful. Tell everybody on YouTube I said,
hey, thanks for. Oh, before you leave,
what?
You got to explain to me. Everybody says, "Tell Skip you suck."
Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm collecting them. I got a whole file of them.
Honest, I don't know what that's all about, Skip.
It's just making fun of me. That's all.
I would never tell you. I would never tell you you suck, Skip.
Well, that kind of hurts my feelings, because I really like getting those. People sometimes will do them, and they'll email them to me, and I collect them. And if you watch my videos, which obviously you don't, at the end of some of my videos, I'll take some of the newer ones and I'll put them at the end of it. When you think the video's over, one will pop up and say, "Hey, Skip, you suck." You know.
All right, Skip. Well, you suck.
Get your whole office together, get the camera going, and send me a group. You suck.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do that.
All right, man.
All right, Skip.
Later, Gator.
See you, buddy. Thanks. All right. That was awesome. What a guy. So, yeah. So, all right. Let me catch up, because I guess I got to go over to Jace's website, and I got to back up. Whoa, I'm missing a lot. Okay, so 50 degrees, beautiful. Okay, let me go back here. I'm at 6:14, and here it is. Half hour. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you I'm always a half hour behind? So, any purchase of golf cart garage showed you all I have. We want to expand our lanai and close it, but we need to find out how far we can build from the concrete wall. I believe it was probably 7.5 feet, I believe. Might be 5. Typically it's 10 feet in the back, but I think if you have a wall in the back, It's either 7.5 or it's either 7.5 or 5. My daughter works for T&D Enclosures, so I can get with her and she can tell me exactly. Okay, so Tammy's filling me in with Skip. Whoa! Congratulations, Gary. Getting married at the end of April. Need recommendations on a place for a honeymoon. I think that's where somebody said St. Augustine, maybe? We watched Jace at Edna's on the Green Saturday, Jerry and Linda. Oh, I almost went there. What did I do on Saturday? I can't remember. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Becky's saying it's going to be a hellacious. Honeymoon. Moving to the Villages next year. St. Augustine is where I had my first honeymoon. So there you go. That's what Tammy's recommendation is. Racer Girl, go to Hawaii. May go to the Smokies. So, man, I mean, here's where you need to go, really, probably Gatlinburg. That would be a great place for a honeymoon. Love Gatlinburg. You have Gatlinburg, you have Pigeon Forge, and you have, oh shoot, I'll think of it. 3 cities, like right next to each other. I like to stay in Highlands, North Carolina. And I love the mountains, and I love staying at Highlands. And it's a little town, little bitty town, little just tiny strip, full of these cool little shops. So you have Cashiers and Highlands, and then Gatlinburg's like an hour and a half away. You can go to Cherokee. They have the little touristy Cherokee spots. Asheville, North Carolina is pretty cool, but they have the Cherokee casino there. So there's a lot. I mean, that's why I like to go to Highlands, because you can go to Asheville, you can go to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. Cherokee is right on the way on either one. So that'd be a place I might suggest you go. So Timmy's talking about excellent blues player. Yes, he is. That's beautiful Bobby Blackman she's talking about. So pick a place that's not a large city. There you go. Highlands, North Carolina. Check it out. I always get a cabin up there. I was in Las Vegas last week, so I'm not sure who played. We like Sawgrass. So I showed you my Sawgrass Grove videos, I guess you're talking about. Penta was the band. Oh man, that band is just fantastic. I'm going to have to watch for them. So we went to the early afternoon for a late lunch. They had really cool, quiet live music playing. How do you have quiet live music, Tammy? Becky? That's why you need a golf cart. Oh, there's my buddy. Okay, I finally got to Skip. Yeah. All right, so how long did it take to get the ARC approval? Becky asked. Really wasn't that bad. It takes, you can figure a month, okay, because they only meet once a month. So you got to make sure all your stuff is in before they meet. And then, God forbid something happens, they don't like something, then it's another month, then it's a 2-month process. So that's how it was for me. Can you tell us about the services you offer in the new builds in Stone Creek? Well, that's what I was just showing you there. Let's see. So I'm going to just give you a little story. Peter, you asked me, and I'm going to tell you. So I was over there, which I just showed you what I was doing. So they're building a house for one of my customers who I brought over there, and they live part of the year in Spain, in Barcelona, Spain, which are 6 hours ahead of us. So I met the superintendent over there who was building his house, and I did a complete video. We did a 1-hour walkthrough. So then I went back yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, and I brought my wife with me. I said, hey, you want to go for a ride? Come on with me. I'm not going to be very long at all. So I went over there, and here's just a little clip. I'll show you real quick. You asked me, what do I do? So let's see. Here we are. Around the Village's YouTube channel and IM Realty and IM Renovations. So I am out here in Stone Creek. I'm doing a walkthrough for one of the customers, and what I'm doing today is using my straight edge, making sure all the walls are straight, kind of just checking everything out, making sure all the dead wood's in place. So let's go ahead and follow along with me as I bring you around with me, okay? So I have my little handy dandy cell phone stand, which is going to follow me around. So let's go ahead, and check out some walls here. Isn't that cool how it follows me? So I went around the whole house. I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing. You can watch it when I post it on television, or on my YouTube channel, sorry. So I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing. But anyways, well, actually, to me, it's not boring. So I went ahead and I checked. This was just a short. So I did a long version, but I did it this way instead of this way, right? So that's what I do. When someone builds a house, I'm going to be there. Now, I had a meet with the superintendent last week. That was called a pre-drywall walkthrough. Well, they didn't have any insulation on the walls yet, or in the rafters or anything, because they didn't put their bats in. And I was hoping when I went back on Sunday, they'd already had their insulation in place, which they didn't. But I wanted the most important thing was to make sure the walls were straight and not bowed. Because if they're bowed, it's going to be bad for your baseboard. Your baseboard, you won't see it so much in the wall as you will in the baseboard. So that's what I do. I kind of go out there and check and make sure that everything is being done right. You know, you have your framers. You know, it's not anybody's fault but the framers if something is wrong. And I don't know if maybe the superintendent goes around with a straight edge like I do. So I went out there with a straight edge, but my wife goes, man, why would anybody move to the Villages? See, my wife is kind of a recluse, and I'm not saying that Stone Creek is very reclusive, but it's a lot smaller, condensed, not as busy as the Villages, and so that's more her speed, okay? So that's why she kind of liked it out there, and that was her comment. So you asked why your clients bought in Stone Creek over the Villages. That's why. I mean, they were looking for something that wasn't as busy, wasn't as big. You can get around by golf cart. You can go shopping by golf cart. If you want to from there. Go to restaurants and stuff like that. The mall you'd have to get in your car and go to, but the mall's 10 minutes away. So it's in Ocala, right? And so there's a lot of stuff for you. There's a lot of restaurants. There's car dealerships. There's you're not very far from Crystal River, from the coast, right? Maybe a half hour to the coast. And so, a half hour, 40 minutes, I would say. But man, so that's why somebody would buy you're close to Rainbow Springs, which is beautiful, crystal clear. You can inner tube or kayak. You're close to the Greenway of Florida. If you don't know about Florida, Florida has bought up a bunch of land. You could literally bike, horseback, you could hike all the way across Florida on the Florida Greenway. So that's cool. People who are into biking, you're very close to one of the entrances to the Greenway. So there's a lot of reasons why. And so it's an individual thing, right? It's up to you what you're looking for. If you don't like the huge size, the crowds in the wintertime, and how busy everything is, and you're looking for something a little more subtle, then Stone Creek or On Top of the World could be for you. So that's why. Also, you can do a lot more with when you're building a home, I think. Put a lot more options than what the Villages likes to offer. Plus pricing. Pricing, there's an incredible difference in pricing. 100 to 150,000 for basically a similar home in pricing difference. So there you go, that's why. Can you represent both the buyer and seller? Yes, I can. I can represent as a transaction broker, they call it. So I can represent both the buyer and the seller. Let's see. Let me keep going. Skip sucks. By the way, you suck, Skip. Yep. So Jace goes home. I stay in touch with Jace all the time. He and I are buddies, and play guitar together. Get the hamburger steak and a short stack of onion rings at Cody's. Suleiman's owns it. Oh, okay, the Suleimans own it now. Not FMK, I guess. Or maybe that's the same one, I don't know. Boosters has a nice covered patio. FMK, where did I go? Whoops, I jumped up real quick. FMK, that's why so many of the restaurants in the Villages serve the same glorified bar food. Mostly supplied with pre-made foods from companies like Cisco. There you go. Oh my gosh, Tim Cornet from Australia. Wow, Tim. So he is down under, I guess, as they say. So Becky straightened me out. It's a term of endearment. I guess it must be because he just straightened me out. So yes, everybody loves Skip and Sue. Sue keeps Skip kind of on the straight and narrow, especially when we go out. So Patty and Sue will kind of get over here and do their thing, and me and Skip will go over there and do our thing. Sphereville, yes, thank you, Becky. Sphereville, Pigeon Forge. There's a place called Oak Haven in Sphereville. So Gary, Oak Haven, might want to check that out. Oak Haven has cabins. It's a great little cabin community. It's right off of the I-24 interstate that takes you into Pigeon Forge and off into Gatlinburg. So check it out, Gary. Oak Haven. They have hot tubs and all the cabins up there. It's great. You got to check it out. Been to Bryson City and Cherokee. There you go. Okay, well, so you got close, Gary. Got to get over there to Sphereville. Say not a large city because until the blowback from the Iran conflict, large cities might not be very safe for a while. Think they might try to do Disney World in Orlando? I'm going to tell you, well, like they say, they might have these insurgents that have come in here, or these lone wolves or whatever, that might come in and try to do something. If you see something, say something, right? we got to all stick together and take care of each other and make sure that we're all staying diligent in these times. Oh my gosh, the Ghost Rider. Wow, dude, where have you been? Unbelievable. So it has been a lot more than a little while. Dude, I meet you over and on top of the world. We hang out, have dinner, and then poof, you're gone. Haven't seen you since. So glad to have you back in here. Let me go. So hold, ho, 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 ho. All right. Anyways, yeah, it's been a hot minute, I would say. So let's keep going. I want to catch up. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, Ghost Rider, glad you're in there. And you know, I honestly don't think we have much to worry about, Becky. We've got everything covered. So we close in LaGrange on April 6th. I get a 7-day punch list inspection. We close in LaGrange. Whoops, I jumped up again. Okay, back. All right. Should I get a 7-day punch list inspection? Well, they should give you a 30-day punch list inspection automatically. If not a 6-month or a year. So I know, like you go like to Stone Creek or on top of the world, they basically give you a whole year of warranties. But like the first 30 days anyway is to do a punch list. All right, so Tammy says my only problem with the villages is the healthcare system. It's hard to get an appointment, you know, and so that's why you can go outside the villages. You don't have to go with their healthcare system. So I have my own doctors, and I just made sure that my Medicare included all my doctors. And my one doctor, my family doctor, internal medicine doctor, yes, she's literally 1 minute down the road, down 466 from me where I am. We're not in the villages, but we're kind of in the villages, but she's not part of their healthcare system. So if you're not happy, get out of their healthcare system, and then you won't have to worry about it. They want me to wait till May to see a hand surgeon just for a flipping cortisone. Oh my gosh, May. Ooh, what the heck was that? Moultrie Creek, yep. See, there's another advocate. There's another reason to move to Stone Creek. Doctors in Ocala. Timmy, it might be worth checking out Orlando. Ooh-wee. Well, Yeah, I don't know about. So when I had my shoulder surgeries, and my bicep reattachments, I had to go to Orlando because I looked around and looked around for a whole year, and I was in pain for a whole year until I finally found the guy who happened to be ex-military, and he used to put our soldiers back together when they got blown up. So I knew that was the guy for me. So if you ever need a good orthopedic, Dr. Brian Vicarious, Vickyarous or something like that. He's in Lake Mary now, I think. Excellent guy. Did both my shoulders. And when I needed neck surgery, I had to go to Fort Lauderdale for that. So I looked around and looked around and looked around and finally found a guy on YouTube, Jeffrey Cantor, Cantor, down in Fort Lauderdale. And he did my laminectomy surgery. I didn't want any metal, any appliances, no fusions, none of that. I didn't want any of that. So that's why it took me a while to find somebody who did the surgery without putting metal appliances and fusing your neck. So even though I do have a little bit of a restriction, but no metal, because I read up on it. You put metal in your neck, well then it stresses your vertebrae above and below it, and those are going to fail, and then you got to start. It's just a never-ending. It's like whack-a-mole there. So no. All right, Tammy, we have that problem here in Montana. Yeah. So. Oh my God. William, working 16 hours a day. Florida Blue has been great. I almost went to Florida Blue, and then, but I ended up staying with the Villages. Well, it's United Healthcare Medicare, but the Villages has a special United Care Healthcare. And that seemed to be the best for me, so I went with that. Dr. Harris Spanish Ring messed up my hubby's surgery, so we had to go to Shands, and that was over 3 weeks ago, and heard nothing back from them. From who? From Shands? Or from the people who screwed you up? Screwed hubby up? I'd say so, Ghost Rider. Okay, Becky is definitely wearing me out, but it's worth it to be able to retire. It's definitely wearing me out, but it's definitely worth to be. Yeah, well, that's it, man. You got to put in them hours. Yeah, well, my daughter, Jamie's all about Tally and her FSU alumni ship. I'll be looking for a good heart doctor. So there you go. See that? Dr. Ranka is my hubby's cardiologist. He's a great citrus cardiology from Shands. Oh, we'll be down this June for a month. Wow, for the month. Well, there you go, man. I mean, so he's putting in those 16 hours a day, but then gets to come back and hang out here for a month. So, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to Shands myself and see a doctor over there in Shands. So, Yeah, you got to do that. All right, I'm caught up. 7:10. And we are going to go do Jace Gallagher. Let me go here. And we're going to catch up with Jace. And let's see. Here we are. So what is my buddy Jace doing? Boosters was, oh God. Wait a minute. Dude. This ain't right. What happened to March? I'm going to have to ask him what happened to March. What happened? What happened to March and the first? Why is this acting like? That's weird. In the first part of April. Somebody made a boo-boo. Because I know he's going to be back in a couple of weeks, right? So that is not right. Yeah, we're missing. Well, am I missing a page? Oh yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. My bad. My bad. I think Christian started me on page 2. All right, so here we are, March 2nd at Boosters. Then he's back in Maryland. And then he's back here in the Villages on the 16th. See? I told you. I got everybody texting me. You dummy. Okay. Hold up. I'm on my live stream tonight, right now. I tell people and I tell people and I tell people. There we go. All right. So anyways, here we go. Boosters on Monday. Looks like he's the Monday man at Boosters now. I'm trying to pick a time for me and the Smiths, or the Millers and the Smiths. Americanos, that's in the day. Twain, that's Twain's is back in Harry and the Natives, that's in the daytime too. So, I think Skip, maybe we'll make, let's do that. Let's make Cody's. So I don't know if Skip's on here or not. If he's not, well then, okay. I'll have to catch up with him. But, what is that? Cody's on March 19th, Thursday. I'm going to say 5:30. Meet Skip, Sue, and Mrs. Miller at Cody's. How's that? To see Jace. There we go. On the calendar. Maybe I need to send this to Skip. I guess I do. Hopefully, he will pick this up. Skip. There we go. Perfect. All right. That's our Jace segment. I did. I got him down. I just sent that to him. So hopefully he'll get my text. Maybe I got to put it on Discord for him to see. But if he doesn't answer my text, I'll put him on Discord. How's that? All right, let's go. What are we doing? Oh, market report. Guys, have you heard? Here's what. Let's do this. I got an idea. We are going to go to. Oh man. Rocket Mortgage, okay? And the reason we're going to Rocket Mortgage, I like to see what the rates are. So, check rates. We're going to check rates. Let's see. Let's buy a home. All right. We don't want to go through all this now. We just want to know what the... We just want... I am not going to go through all that. Just give me the rates. Takes about 3 minutes. My foot. Oh, come on. Let's see. Rocket Mortgage. Maybe this will give us the 30-year fixed. Oops. Estimate and explore mortgage calculator. You know, they used to, I'm going to have to find where, what is a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, right? Adjustable rate, fixed rate home loan. Maybe they'll give us the, oh my, here we go. All right. So, this is kind of crazy. So they're talking about 7.125 rate with 2 points? Are they crazy? Today's, okay. So I'm going to save this. All right, here we go. All right, so I got to save this. Where am I going to save this to? Well, we're going to save it in our bookmarks bar so we can keep checking it. How's that? 30-year fixed, 6.375. Look at this 15-year fixed. This is the way to go. Look, for $700 more a month, right? You will pay your mortgage down in half the time of a 30-year. Man, So monthly payment, it doesn't say for what, how much the home is. But I heard this is forecast for 2026. $2026. I mean, I don't believe that. I think it's going to be in the fives. You mark my words. So we can keep visiting that. Market report. Let's see. I thought maybe Christian would have set me up, but he didn't do it. So I got to do it myself. All right. Okay. So let's go on down here. I just saw Market Watch. Didn't you see Market Watch over here? Here it is. All right, new listing 62. Now this is again for a 7-day time period, right? So in 7 days in the villages, 62 new listings, 2 price increases, 102 price decreases, back on market 6. So sold were 49. But here's the good news. So solds actually went under contract. Solds went under contract 30 days or so ago. So that tells us 49 homes were sold about 30 days ago. Look at this. 72 homes went pending. The great news is there's 62 new listings, 72 went pending. That's awesome, right? So I'd love to see that. Let's see how many homes are on the market here in the villages right now. So we should be seeing a downward trend if this is the case. Oops, here we are. 590. See, that's awesome. It was up over 600. It's like 635 or 635 or something. So I love to see the fact that this is down under 600 to 590. So that's how many active in the villages. Here's the city, the villages. So I default to that. Here's what I need to do. I have somebody looking for a home. So I'm going to say 1900 plus. And I'm going to say year built 2016 and older. And private pool, yes, they want a pool. So this is what I was supposed to do before. Let's see what we got going on here. Whoops. And by the way, we're going to have to make it 800 and under. Bam. That means 12 matches. And this is what we got going on. Hartsville Trail. This would be a good one for these people. Oh yeah. All right, let me get out of the way here real quick. So let's see here. I'm going to make some money, you guys, while we're on the air here. So let's see what I can do. Recent. So I was right here. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna give them a see what we can do here. Oops. I tell you what, guys, I cannot text. Okay, there we go. Poof. All right. Let's go back though and see what this one says. I'm going to go ahead and text this one over too. All right, y'all don't mind if I do a little due diligence here, do you? So there we go. So there's your market report. Let's go back. Where are we going here? Oh, Ironwood is, that's in, that would be a good one. That's Village of Lake Deaton. Yeah, this would be a really good one as well. And then that's the last time I'll do that. Okay. All right, I'm all yours. All right, so that's all I'm showing. Pool homes under 800,000 that they wanted a pool. They'd like to be on a golf course. Some of those homes didn't have golf cart garages, a couple of them, and they really wanted a golf cart garage. So yeah, let's see here. Let me catch back up. Lake Sumter, not Brownwood. So right now, I'm going to tell you, let me see, Becky, should be in the fives right now. At our ages, we shouldn't need a mortgage. True enough. I'm not that old yet. If you need a mortgage, I can't afford. If I need a mortgage, I can't afford the house. Well, that depends on your lifestyle here, guys. Because Villages is it's a little pricey. All right, Becky just asked Siri. So 5.05. So Rocket Mortgage, man, Rocket Mortgage isn't really our friend today, so they need to get it together. Yeah, that was only Ghostwriter. That was only for pool homes, those 12. So hopefully they'll tell me what their email address is and I'll email them some of the other ones. Make that money. Our price is $450 tops. Hey, Gary, let me tell you something. My best advice to you is, number one, be patient. Number two, be looking early, okay? So, like 2 or 3 months before you're ready, okay? So, 2 or 3 months before you're ready to buy a home, that's when we need to start looking for a home, because you should be patient and get the best deal going, okay? So, anyways, that's what my suggestion to you would be. And we can get you set up on a auto email, like a lot of people are. And so, like I said, be patient, wait for the right home, and then in your price, especially in that price range, that price range of $450. There's a lot of people looking in that price range. Gary, I've seen several 3.2s in that range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of 3.2s in that price range. You want the best bang for your buck, right? You want to get as much house as you can for that money. So there's plenty of them in the price range, without a doubt. We just want to get you a good deal. That's the deal. And we want to get you the most we want to get the best bang for your buck, okay? So been finding a lot of 1,500 square foot homes for under 440. So, I mean, we can go ahead and we can check it out for you. We can go, let's do another search here. And we're going to say, okay, what is it? We're going to say, first of all, we're looking for a residential property, right? Single family residence. Now, if you're looking for a villa, you got to let me know, because we got to do a different search. There's 415 matches for single family residence, and villas, there's 155. So, and we're saying, okay, well, you know what? We're going to go up to 475. You know why? Because we're going to get those people down. We're going to get them down in price. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I don't know. It depends on you, Gary. I'm going to say 1,500 plus. There's still 141 matches. See that over here, down there on the bottom left? Then it depends on where you want to live, right? If you want to live, some people say, I want to live between the sixes. Well, that's 2004 to 2012. Oops. 44 homes between 466 and 466A. And then if you want to say go to Brown, well, you know, if you don't care, right? And you want to go all the way south, we'll say 2004 plus. There's 66 matches, right? So here's all the homes over 1,500 square feet. And I mean, hold up. There's 25 a page. There's 66. Let's go to 50. Silver Oak Avenue. That's in the mobile home section. But I said 2004 and newer, so this must be a newly built home over in the historic district, which it's a 2017. So yeah, that's an Amarillo right there that they built in 2017. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful Amarillo model right there. And so let's do this, map it. I can map. Here's all 66 homes spread all throughout the villages from, whoops. Oh, that's all the way up at Highway 42. That's up in Marion County. There are some 2004 homes in there. So this is Bonnybrook, Belvedere, Lynn Haven, Ashland. That's all, and Tall Trees is up here as well. Then if you want to get down in here, over here is Lake Sumter Landing. And if you want to be around there. So yeah, there's homes all over the villages. And then if you want to get south in the newer area, there's one here for 409. There's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, one for 475. That I'd have to say is a little close to the Lime Rock pit. They do some blasting in that Lime Rock pit, you guys. So I'm just saying, if you don't mind some booms every now and then, this is the prison, the federal prison. So just to kind of give you an idea. Then we're getting down here in Racer Girl land. So there's a nice home on McLucas, 469. Yeah, we can get them down to your 450. 1,954 square feet, enclosed lanai with a mini split. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's you, Gary. Oh, they virtually staged it. Watch, those chairs will go away. So let's look at that lanai. That's a big master bedroom. I love the split sinks. The little corner soap dish. And you got a golf cart garage. And there's your indoor lanai. And there's your mini split. So you just need to get some bushes back there, some privacy hedges. And even the lanai has a little 2-foot stretch to it. So that's nice. There's your mini split air conditioner, condenser unit. So yeah, the only thing that thing needs is some privacy hedges. So there you go. There's a little bit of home searching for your pleasure. Let's see. May I ask what your bond is, Timmy? Around 44,000. My house backs up to a courtyard villa. Move behind me, Becky. So she has a wall. She has a wall behind her. Yeah, there you go. I'll supervise it for you. And no, so yes, I can sell you a home that's in the VLS. However, the VLS will not compensate me for selling that home. So I appreciate the question, D. Weichel, because I charge 1% if you want me to represent you on a VLS listing that you, the buyer, or any buyer, would need to pay because the villages will not compensate me. And just to get a little ahead on that, just a little heads up, when you buy a home from the VLS, they don't represent you as a buyer. They don't have any buyer's agents over there. They're all seller's agents. They're all seller's agents, or I'll say they're transaction brokers. You know what a transaction broker is? A transaction broker is a broker who has the buyer and the seller. You might be working with sales agents over there. You might have one sales agent that has a listing and another sales agent you're working with to show you homes, but that sales agent you're working with is not a buyer's agent. They are a seller's agent. Just ask them. So they might say, oh, well, we're transaction brokers. Well, you're not a transaction broker until you get a contract on a home. Then they have to transition into a transaction broker. That's the terminology. Then at that point, they don't represent either party. They're just managing the transaction. That's what a transaction broker is. Look it up, Google it, transaction broker. What's a transaction broker in Florida? And it'll give you all the details. So that's why myself, I charge 1% to you, the buyer, because to me it's worth the money to you to do that, because now you're represented by a single agent who's representing you as a buyer. And what I do is, when we look at homes together and we look at VLS homes together, I have a keen eye that, because of my contractor experience, because my home inspector experience, I can save you a lot of trouble. Also, they're going to try to get you to put 10% down on a home. Don't do it. Do not, let me repeat myself, do not put down 10% on a home when you're wanting to write an offer. I don't care what they say. They cannot tell you how much you have to put down. That is, don't let them try to control the narrative there. I would put $5,000 to $10,000 down tops. That's it, out the door, because you just never know. I've seen too many people. These people right here, Marion and Gary, I helped them through the process, and they appreciated it very much because they got in a pickle where they put $30,000 down on a home, and then they found out that that home had rats and squirrels in the attic. And what's the word for it? Excrement or some excrement, something like that. Anyways, poop up there in that attic, right? So they wanted out of the contract, and it was too late because they were working with a buyer's against an agent who didn't know what they were talking about or didn't know what they were doing. So with my advice, they got almost half their money back, but they didn't get it all back. But they were set to lose $30,000, and I helped them get $12,000 back. So, anyways, don't do it. So if you want me, there you go. 1% for the $400,000 house, $4,000. That's a good insurance policy if you would like me to represent you in buying a VLS home, okay? We'll leave it at that. Let's see, Courtyard Villas, the bonds are lower. I have some medical issues, okay, that Becky needs to get resolved. Wonder what they would say about a bird cage with grass inside it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do that. You know, because you're not allowed fences here in the villages. That's another reason, by the way. I think Peter was the one that asked me. Was it Peter? About Stone Creek? You can have a fence in Stone Creek. Can't have a fence here in the villages unless it's a veranda. So here's the way the village, the VLS gets they get paid, right? So they'll charge a seller 5 to 6% commission. The listing agent gets 1.5%. The other agent who's working with you, the buyer, as still a seller's agent, like I said, they get credited 1.5% commission, or 1.25%. It depends on whether it's a 5% or if it's a 6% total commission that the seller has to pay. The villages gets the other half, which is, it's absurd. I mean, that's why they do what they do. Now, out here in the MLS world, a broker does not get 50% of the commission between the buyer and the seller. You know, the broker might get a little tiny cut of the agent's commission, and that's it. But man, the villages, they get 50% of that commission. So I don't know how they keep any agents over there, to be honest with you, between me and you. I have no idea. That's why I don't work there anymore, you know? So, yeah. And it's getting better and better where agents are getting more and more. There's a lot of brokerages out there that pay 100% commission or give you 100% of your commission. They might charge you $500 or something per transaction or whatever. And maybe between all the fees, you know, transaction coordinator fees and all this other stuff, maybe $1,000 at tops. But you know, if you're making, I'm going to round it up to 3%. 3% on a $500,000 home is $15,000. So, anyways, I digress. Are they even licensed agents? They are licensed, but they're not. They do not belong to the MLS. They don't belong to the Board of Realtors. So they don't abide by the ethics of the National Board of Realtors. So there's 3 Board of Realtors, actually. I didn't know if you know this. There's the National Association of Realtors, the Florida Association of Realtors, and then whatever your local board is, whether it's Lake Sumter, like I belong to, or Ocala, Marion County, that's called AMCAR, or RALSC, RALSC, Realtor Association of Lake and Sumter, which I belong to. So they're not realtors. They don't belong, they don't abide by they don't belong to the MLS, they don't belong to the Board of Realtors, and they don't abide by the ethics of the Board of Realtors. So don't be fooled by that. They are not, but they are licensed by the state of Florida. Even they don't have to be because they work for a developer. The developer, the Villages, prefers that they are licensed, but they don't have to be. Okay, So that's the kind of the deal. Dwikel. Gary don't like those $58,000 bonds. You don't like them $58,000 bonds, Gary? Here's another horror story on Ira's YouTube channel. I refused to buy a home from VLS after hearing that interview. Yeah, they got nailed for $50,000. I couldn't believe it. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. I had to do an interview with them. I've never done an interview like that in somebody's home to explain all that about how they got ripped off. Terrible. Do not give 10% of whatever the sale of the price is. $10,000 tops. That's it. You don't do it. Okay, so let's see. Yep, you can have birdcage with grass in it. That's because they don't have fences here. Let's see. All right. So yeah, 58,000. You got to ask yourself, why? Why is a bond $58,000? And I'll tell you why. Because they're over there in wetlands country now, flood zones, wetlands, and they have to do what's called, if they're in the wetlands, they have to do a mitigation of wetlands. What does that mean? It means if you're going to develop in wetlands, then you have to go mitigate that property with another piece of property somewhere in Florida. Doesn't matter where it is, but it's not in the wetlands, and that's dedicated and designated in replacement for wetlands. So if you're going to go build in a wetlands area or a flood zone area, and if you want the Army Corps of Engineers to allow you to do that, because they're the ones that regulate that, you have to do a wetlands mitigation. Look it up, okay? So that costs a lot of money just for that. Not only that, but they have to buy other property to mitigate to the wetlands property, and then technically they need to be doing a whole lot of undercutting and backfilling, which, as I've always warned, I'm not saying whether they do or they don't. I don't know. But I would play it safe. I'd hire me an engineer to do some core samples, some soil samples, to see and make sure my home is sitting on the proper amount of fill and backfill and compacted correctly. So, anyways. A couple sold for $550 on the lake. Woo. Oh, there's Rafe. Hey, Rafe. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining tonight. Did they ever sue? The thing is, look, this is the most important thing. Who asked me that? Becky. Did they ever sue? You can sue. It is a legal binding contract that you are signing, and that's why you need an independent person like me who has no dog in the fight, like those two real estate agents over at the Villages. They're not realtors, because all they want to do is sell the home. They don't care how they sell it. There's over 300 of them over there, right? So let me go back. There's over 300 agents over there. They're all hungry. They're all fighting for a sale. So, man, they're going to do everything and anything they can to sell that home. You need somebody independent who's looking out for you. So just a word to the wise. But no, they couldn't sue, Becky, because they went past their inspection period. They were not warned, hey, your inspection period ends. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. Do you want this? Do you want that? Or whatever. They weren't, they weren't explain the contract. And so that's why they couldn't sue. It's a legal binding document. It's sad, but a couple, let's see, what was that? How about 450? How about the $450,000 lot fee by Eastport? 450 grand for a lot, 550 on a lake. That's crazy. They won't make their money back. I rented in the village of Richmond. There was a fire hydrant in the yard. Imagine paying $500K lot price and the pond dries up. Hey, it could get a sinkhole, and yes, it could dry up. But they're going to have to fix that. They would have to fix that sinkhole anyways. All right, you guys, listen. 8 o'clock. So we had a couple hours of fun here tonight on Monday Night Live. I'm going to take some pictures of some of my jobs that I'm doing. So I don't know if Brian and Jamie are watching me on Monday Night Live, but if they do, they asked me if they bought this house, can I build them a garage workshop? Absolutely. I can build whatever you want. I can build you a house if you wanted to. So there you go. But let's see. Been great to get back. And so, Bill, I'm so happy to have you back here, buddy. Let's see. Would you be concerned about hurricanes in Citrus Hills or similar risk as the villages? No. Citrus Hills, I love Citrus Hills. I'm thinking about moving to Citrus Hills myself because it's Citrus Hills is hills for a reason because it sits up high, right? If you're in that 5-star restaurant that they have and you're looking down because it looks right down a fairway, it looks like a par 5 fairway, it's way out in the distance. Man, they sit way up. So I would not be worried at all about a hurricane in Citrus Hills. It's just far enough off of the coast, to where I don't think you'd get a whole lot of damage. So I don't think I would worry about that. I would worry more about being in a low-lying area in the villages than I would over there. So Renee, thank you for joining us this evening. I love you, girl. And Kyle, thank you for showing up. Appreciate it every week. Really have a great time with you guys. Pat and Jane, didn't know y'all were in the house. This is the first time you said something. So I'm glad you said something at the end. But I'm here for you guys, whatever you need. Somebody asked me the other day, they go, are you still selling houses? And I'm like, what? Of course I'm still selling houses. That's my job. That's what I do. They thought, they text me, they go, hey, Ira, been watching the YouTube channel for a while, and I forget exactly what they said. It was great. And then he goes, oops, sorry I asked. My wife just told me that you probably are retired by now. So I'm sorry I asked. No. Let me read this to you before I sign off. Let's see here. Oh, that's not it. Let's see. I thought it was on Saturday that they texted me. Maybe it was Friday. Oh, maybe it was Friday night. Let's see. Doggone it. Let's see. Is this them? I think this is it. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Just viewed a video of yours touring models at Stone Creek Del Webb. Wondering how much to figure on beyond the starting prices if I were to get the works. Right, so if they're going to build a house, they get every upgrade you can possibly get. 50, 75, 100, 150, 200 more things. And then he says, I'm sorry, my wife just pointed out to me that your video on YouTube was from 6 years ago and that you probably don't sell real estate any longer. Pardon my previous text. Have a nice day. Hey, I'm still here. And if you're watching my YouTube channel, then even though that video was from 6 years ago, the models in Stone Creek, I'm still selling. I go, oh, hey, absolutely sell homes still. I'm not sure which video you're watching, but I have them from 10 years ago to today. So let me know what I can do to help you. I'm headed home right now. When I get home, I'll go ahead and address your questions. So anyways, we had a nice little conversation, but that was funny. I told him, I said, yeah, I don't expect I'll be going anywhere anytime soon, either because my wife is 9 years younger than me, and she wants to keep working, so as long as she's working, I have to work. So, with the little laughy face. So he'd say, I'd give that girl a prize for keeping you alive. We should talk. That's great. So yes, I'm still here. I'm still selling. Don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So there you go. So I'm waiting for you, Ghost Rider. And I'm waiting for you, Becky. So bring it on. All right. Ira, we are not letting you retire. There we go. Jane. All right, so Ghost Rider, thank you for that. Yes, hit that like button, and if you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and the notification icon, because I'm putting the videos out these days. Christian can't even keep up. I'm looking to hire a new video guy. Poor Jeremiah. God bless him. 19 years old, trying to burn up the world. He has all kind of different entrepreneurial stuff going on, and I'm like, Jeremiah, dude, if you're here, close that laptop, put that phone in the drawer. You're only working for me while you're here. You just couldn't do it. So, looking for a new video guy. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm here for you guys, and I'll see you next week. All right, thanks for watching, and I love y'all. Keep coming every Monday night. I love seeing you, love talking to you. It's been fun. Becky, I'll say hi to Patty for you. She might be on. They might be watching. Who knows? They don't ever say anything. Her and Jamie. So, Candy Apple, I'll wait for you too. All right? Just keep showing up, and I'll be here for you. You'll have a great week and a better weekend, and I'll see you next Monday. Stay safe.